Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandrago's Cave. Today we are gonna be analyzing 1133 manga chapter. You will see what character are we gonna be drawing as we go, so there are no major spoilers, okay? I wasn't planning on talking about this today. I had another character in mind. I had two characters that I wanted to do, but circumstances happened and the chapter comes plagued with a lot of information and a lot of nice things, and I wanted to go through it, okay? Spoilers ahead, obviously, for all of you who haven't read yet the 1137 manga. Interesting things will happen and I will be mentioning, so please feel free to click up here, go to my main channel. You can watch other videos, other things from Inktober, from One Piece, from sketchbook tours, whatever you want, and maybe come back here later and watch this one later, okay? So let's go into it, okay? We have this space more or less today to draw, okay? So I'm just gonna be focusing in the commentary of the episode, not much into the drawing. I am not gonna be mentioning much, probably, the drawing, until at some point we know what is here already, okay? I guess you will see by the miniature a little bit what we are gonna see, but I will try to place the miniature in a position that maybe it is not that obvious, so I don't know what I will do yet with the miniature, but I want to focus in the commentary and analysis of the video more than who we are drawing today, that I will talk about it at the very end of the video, okay? So, One Piece 1137, okay, is someone is appearing, someone is taking the stage, okay? We are still following Yamato's story together with Tama. They are poking their heads into this mysterious new shrine in Wano with a saber-toothed head with a mask outside of it. This is obviously who is who. I want to do a video about who is who because he basically is the one who introduced Nika. I don't think Oda is finished with him yet, and even if it is not something major, it is something that I like to say all the time, because some characters come back to the story just for a short panel or for a short page, 1 page or 2 pages, and yeah, so I don't think he will have such an important thing going forward, but he's the one who introduced Nika, and Oda has something little still in storage for him, maybe helping Yamato or assisting in something, giving Yamato more information or something like this, okay? There are a few underlings there in this drawing with the signature cat ear, so that means he is gathering people there, or he has some kind of a small group of people with him. He has subordinates. He may be accommodating himself there to stay and be the new bandits or something like that, or new pirates there or something like that, because we need to remember that Who is Who was a CP9 member ages ago, involved in losing the Gomu Gomu, in losing the Nika fruit, involved in Shanks being the person who took it from him. So it will make sense if he is not gonna escape from this country, from a country that it doesn't belong to the world government, it doesn't have world government influence, because he's a wanted man. Not only a pirate wanted man, so he has done things, and he has seen things that put in jeopardy the image and the information from the government relating the Nika fruit and everything. So he will be eliminated. I like Who is Who, and I will say only this is the only thing I want to say about him now. He's not going to be a bad guy from now on, and I will reserve my comments for a full video on him going forward, okay? As soon as we realize, as soon as we can see more or less in the drawing who are we drawing, obviously I can mention and I can talk and everything. Obviously, in the miniature, I'm gonna put probably, now that we are already in the video with the spoilers talking about this, I'm gonna put the name of who we are drawing, but not the full name. So you will not actually know which of these guys I am actually doing the drawing. But yeah, I wanna do the drawing loose a little bit as well, okay? Because this one is a little bit more realistic, and I want to do it a little bit cartoony, a little bit loose. You know that I always like to kind of apply this cartoony sense to my characters, but yeah. So we will leave the face for the end. And let me see that I am centered, kind of in the middle, and kind of having enough space to be able to do this whole thing. Okay, so chapter starts. The Straw Hats are separated again, as usual, and this mini group of 4, we have Luffy, Nami, Zorro, and Road, the giant from Jarundine group, the giant that we thought was the sun god and all this, you know, skeleton, kind of moose or deer head that he had and everything, okay? So they are approaching the castle, this medieval-looking castle of King Harald. That's the king of the giants that Loki killed, the father in theory. They find weird that the guards are not on the posts. The door is broken from the inside. Something happened there, so they decide to investigate, you know, as Luffy always do, okay? Road has no clue where the key maybe, so they have to look for it. This castle is not a place that common people are allowed to enter, apparently, in theory. So what's this key searchy party, you would say, what's all of this about? Well, Luffy a few chapters ago made a deal with Loki to find the key and release him from the chains. And because of that, he said he will give information about, you know, for the whereabouts of Akagami. Shanks, basically. So obviously Luffy is very excited about seeing Shanks and wants to help Loki in this aspect. Okay, we see in the previous episode as well that Zorro thinks that he's tricking him, but Luffy wants to see him so bad that looks like he's up to do whatever it takes to actually see his mentor, his father figure, let's say. And that's interesting. That's interesting because the information that we have from Loki is that Loki is a very bad guy, okay? So there may be some of you who stayed to watch the video regardless, watching 1137. You haven't read maybe 1137 and you are gonna be experiencing spoilers here. Yeah, I mean, I said it at the beginning. As you can see, we are drawing some kind of royal guy, some kind of Cavendish-looking guy, but it is not Cavendish, okay? We are doing this cartoony aspect as well of it. Gonna be doing drawing the sword here as a very famous, very famously shaped type of sword that we all know, okay? It's the hand here, the arm is gonna be falling down here. The sword is very long, but he is wearing, obviously, like all the mysterious characters that we have in One Piece, a long, super long cloak. Okay. Arm here as well. And the rest of the cloak. So, as you can see, you may be already aware of who are we drawing, okay? There is something very cool that I liked here at the beginning. At in 1133 as well, he even mentioned, Zorro even mentioned, he's kind of, Zorro is keeping himself strong, let's say, okay? As far as we know, we only thought that Luffy was aware of this dealing because he was alone with Loki there, but apparently he told Zorro and he told Nami as well. Zorro does not trust Loki. He's quite wary of him. He has been like that during the whole Elbaf saga, and he's kind of keeping a strong image and being alert all the time. As I said, 1136, he mentions to Road that he's alive only because Usopp told him to not to kill him, not to eliminate him. So that's a very cool Zoro moment, very bloodthirsty type of moment, and I think everyone loved that. And we will be talking about this for a very long time as well. Road is not someone that looks dangerous at first glance. It's more like a funny character, like Guapol, I will say, but it was a nice comment, and it was a nice kind of showing off of his power, okay? Road has some lore intake here. He's a fan as well, like us, like he's making theories, he's kind of a YouTuber in his own. So he explains the destruction of the castle wasn't an attack or anything. That was Loki fighting his father. Zoro acknowledges here the destructive power. We don't see that in the drawing much, okay? There is not much of a chaos. I think, in my opinion, as a designer as well, it looks more just as a ruins, okay? But it's heavy. So what they see there is heavy. So I'm sure Toei will make sure to expand this part of the commentary as a massive battlefield, I would say. I would probably 100% confirm that they will go on that road, okay? They keep going deep into the ruins and see there is like this crazy amount of skulls all over the place, you know, giant skulls, and Road explains Loki managed to kill 100 plus giants on that up road, and only Jarul survived. Jarul, if you don't remember, is this old man, Viking giant we saw in the other episodes with a sword stuck in his head, alive. That's very weird. You may remember him as well from the Lin flashback, the Big Mom flashback when she was a kid, and one of the first things that he does, or he managed to kill the other massive giant captain, that is Jorul. These two guys were the former captains of the pirate giants, like now we have Dory and Brogy. Those guys are massive. And I like that. Oda has revealed with this, during this saga, that we have different sizes in giants, and this is game. You can do many things with this diversity, storytelling-wise, to compare and do things like that. I think it's the moment to draw a little bit the face. I'm gonna do serious face, a little bit serious, but let's see how it's gonna look. Just give me 1 second to do the face and we continue, okay? And I guess for now you already know who this guy is. That this is gonna be the twin that has revealed his face, the Shanks twin. But we will talk in a bit about him, okay? We will talk in a bit about him. First I wanna kind of situate the cape, everything. The sword is there at the back. The sword, this cape needs to be longer like this. It needs to fall. We don't see a full design of his character, of his full body, but it has to be a little bit thicker like this. The legs as well remind me to Garling when he was young. Remind me as well to the armor that we see in Skypiea. Gunfall is wearing as well, very nice. This is the hand, goes here. Okay. And I think now it's time for us to start defining a little bit. This is a long character, so we are maybe a little bit caught here, but I'm just gonna try to just leave it on the legs, so we see the cut on the legs down there, okay? As usual, 0.2. Sometimes 0.1, very thin, fine liner that when you are drawing something like this, a little bit of pencil, a little bit of color pencil, and then this will help you to define this pen. Fine liner will help you to define the character that you want to draw, okay? So now, in the episode is when things start to get interesting. There is one of the skulls larger and with horns. Road explains this belonged to someone with ancient giant warrior blood. There are no longer Poor Bloods members, he says, but their blood still flows in some of them. Is this including himself, including Road? We don't know, but probably, to be honest, looks like it is as well. Okay, so he confirms King Harald was one of those, making him stronger than the rest. This will confirm Loki is one too, and Loki has horns too, and we already seen this. It's not the helmet. The horns in the Viking mythology, in the Viking stories, okay, it is something that have been created by the movies, by the Hollywood movies, by everything. We do not have any kind of records of this happening. We see they had helmets and things, yes, but they didn't have horns. And as I said, this is a movie thing done. So I think Oda wants to play a little bit with this, that with Vikings had horns, Vikings didn't have horns. We need to remember as well that One Piece came to happen especially because this cartoon called Vicky the Viking, where you are following the stories of this kid who is very ingenious, and he lives in a group of pirates, with a group of pirates. He is the son of the chief, and here with these pirates he basically helps them with his wit. He's a very clever guy, okay? And the father is the boss, and they are always going around, and here and there. Very interesting, but we need to understand that Oda knows his lore about Vikings, know his lore about mythology and Nordic mythology, and this is going to be very important. And I think he wants to play and mix mythologies as well. That I will be talking about that in a second. Okay, we see a portrait of the king who wanted to make a bond with the external world. King Kaido. Oh wait, no, King Kaido no. Harald, I mean. Doesn't this guy looks exactly like Kaido? Road drops a lore bomb there saying that, you see that, those are the scars in his head from the ancient horns that he had before, that he ripped out. And he's like, what? So he had horns like Kaido, he looks like Kaido, he has armor top scaled like Kaido's tattoo. This guy is related to Kaido, yes or yes. We cannot deny that he's related to Kaido. The beard is the same, the type of face is the same, the type of body, the type of design is the same. He needs to be related. So we do not have confirmation, but being giants, adults, around 55, 60 more or less, that he look in the picture, he must have been around 300 plus more or less, giant, old, in giant years, okay? So around 55, 60 humans, maybe in giant you are around 300 or a little bit more of 300. Yarundin, I think, was around 136, 140, something like that. So is he Kaido's father? It could be. Is he Kaido's older brother, and the father of Harald had more kids and like that? So does Kaido have horns? Yes. He has two. So this episode confirms pretty well that Onis that we see in Wano plenty come from this giant race. Come on, Onigashima is a giant horn skull like oars. Okay, I think like Kuma was like a distilled version of the Buccaneers. I see this Kaido and the Onis being as well a distilled version of the pure bloods, like we were saying before, like the proper giants, okay, like the original giants, pure blood, okay. So we have this, and then we have the cape going like this. Let's start feeling this. I just want to define the face a little bit. Just give me there 1 second to do this. Very Viking hair as well, with this kind of hairs here, like the bond there and everything. And here on the side he has some sort of I don't know how you call it in Viking, but this kind of ponytail or something. Very long hair, very cool character, I like it. We don't have obviously color scheme for this. This is not Yes, hasn't been shown in the main story for the animation yet. There is no color express. This is the first time kind of showing this guy full. So we will assume the colors. We will kind of imagine and invent the colors, and there is no problem there. Okay, no problem. So here this cloak opens into white. It has like a white type of ribbon there. And this needs to be like that because the sword that we are going to be doing here, you see here on the side, the sword, that is exactly like Shanks' sword. So probably the ties that they unite them, they are broken, some sort of broken ties, but maybe the family, because his family was able to give him a sword from this family. I don't know. We will keep kind of trying to learn more about this lore. So let's keep talking a little bit about King Harald. King Harald seems like a good guy, a man of future. He ripped his horns, saying those were relics from a past war era. He does not want that anymore, so we need to assume here, and Zorro acknowledges as well. He says, "Oh, that's brave, that's good. He was a good, benevolent king." I will read from these panels, from this information, even if he was a war machine. Okay, so then we have the new confirmation that we already know that Jarundin is Harald's son as well. Okay, Loki's brother, older brother seems to be. As before marrying the queen, Jarundin was born to a different woman, so he's the older brother, a woman they didn't acknowledge as she was a giant foreigner. Explains that giants like humans fight for land. This woman was for another line, so they wanted to keep the pure blood line for sure. And this is one. This woman wasn't a pure blood giant. So Jarundin has no horns. There you have. So the woman must have been a normal giant, more, as we said before, distilled in generations and generations of pure bloods. And similar to Harry Potter concept, to be honest. I have a nice video on Harry Potter that I'm going to put here as well if you want to see a little bit of Harry Potter lore introduction, and for all of those that you may not have seen or you may not know more about it or much about it. There is no many spoilers, but please, I invite you to check that saga. It's a new entry into the channel, something I'm going to be adding more, and about other stories as well, but I invite you to have a look at that. So Jarundin is no pure blood. Okay, and I think we can define that by the comments that we have in this episode. And what happens here is that Zorro questions this with Rod. Why joining him? Basically, we go for the simplest thing, and that is the best one. He befriends him when they were kids. He saved him from some bullies. Even Rod seems to give us the understanding that he's pure blood elf lineage, or coming from that blood line as well. No horns though. So there is a racism. That racism is one of those topics, one of those discrimination that Oda touches a lot in One Piece, like with the Gyojin, okay? With different races. And all of this has been overcome by Road with the concept of friendship, the Nakama and everything, and it's very nice because it's what Luffy is basically doing the whole time. So Jarundin has a dream, like Luffy. He wants to be the king of the giants and unite them all. This is foreshadowing from Luffy. Obviously, this is what Luffy will do at the end of the story. So no one is alone, like we explained in the video theory, like he was. No one is alone anymore. So check this video about Luffy, where I explain why Luffy behaves like he behaves and what is his dream. Okay, like Jarundin, we see Road is loyal to him, like Zorro. That is good. That is very good. So before we finish this scene with this King Harald castle and everything, we see Luffy has found the knocked out giants, meaning in the next chapter, in the few next chapters, we may realize that the God Knights are in Elbaf, are creating mischief and attacking, looking for freeing Loki. So storm is coming. Okay, let's define now the body here, the chest. This is kind of medieval armor, as I said before. Let's go with these lines. It reminds me a lot as well the design from this video clip, the Black Parade, from the music song. I think he may be wearing another cape under this cape, but how is only introduction of the character. Oda may not have a fully designed yet, like how he wants to showcase him. Okay, so we will have to wait a little bit to see more instances of him showing up. And now how he is kind of bad guy, in my opinion, bad guy, darkness and things like this, and related to Terrobitos, to Imo and everyone, I want to draw him in dark tones, okay? So we do now the leg here. As you can see, we are drawing very loose today, this part. This kind of design as well for the legs and everything, it reminds me to Albert King in Kaido Saga, so another kind of clue of why we should think that Kaido may be influenced or related or connected to this saga and these guys, because there are too many similar things, okay, open here into the analysis for this episode. The arm is coming here, we will paint it black as well, the coat here at the back is black as well. And now we go into the part to the trousers, okay, here. I have to say always that I love much more always the designs of Oda. Where we have in the manga, okay. The manga for me is brutally, beautifully designed, all of it, and it's more than when later Toei starts animating and doing the designs that are always more simplified, okay? Always more simplified. The details and everything. Oda does a lot of his work, a lot of the main characters and the backgrounds, secondary characters, the other things going on. His assistants normally draw these other things, okay? But, 100% certain that this guy was drawn by Oda. Maybe Gunko wasn't. Gunko was maybe a sketch by Oda and then defined, the lines defined by one of the assistants, and that is something that like something normal, that when you are a mangaka, a person who draws mangas, you do all the time. You have your people working with you, your assistants, and they will work hard in backgrounds. They work hard as well in anything that you ask for them. But the main thing, the most important things, most of the time, it is the proper mangaka drawing it. Okay. So I want to go now. Just missing this line here at the bottom. I want to go now a little bit thicker fine liner to fill some gaps and some things here. I'm going to be drawing him quite dark, but yeah, probably here, the cape, all of this is going to be dark, obviously. Probably the boots are going to be dark as well, like Albert, like King. The top is going to be dark as well, I think, something like that. And yeah, very, very nice. So, let's go into that. We jump into the underworld, we change the scene, we jump into the underworld. Loki is locked in chains and we see Gunko, the newly introduced God Knight's girl. I have to confess, I am zero fan of her design. Oda, please give her pants. We see how she's pounding him, hitting him with her arrow power. The arrow power is a very weird power, I have to say. I didn't like much either. I'm not a fan either, because it's too gaming, too computer games. But we see these things happening in some mangas sometimes, like in Bleach. There is one character in Bleach as well that he is basically having this type of similar room, like Law, that they will kind of make he will make a room, and inside of that room, like a video game space, he will be able to control everything inside. And yeah, gaming power, I'm not liking it, because in my mind, or in my experience, One Piece and like Bleach as well have been always more fantasy. There is more science fiction in in Bleach than in One Piece, but I understand that Oda wants to, introduce a little bit more of these science fiction things here. I didn't like it much, to be honest, the Gunko power. A little bit weird. They are offering him to be a God's Knight, that ergo becoming Terribito. This is new, we don't see this often, and this is crazy. We learn by this that people can be invited, and his family can be invited to become Terribitos, so none of them maybe are pure blood Terribitos. Maybe we have some instances that some of them are people that were commoners before, and it is real. So that is real, and we see it happening now with this guy, okay? First of all, this means Loki is crazy strong to be recognized as a God's Knight, as a powerhouse. For the leader of the God's Knight, that is this guy, this Shonks, that I will always call him Shonks, go there to invite him, it is completely crazy for me to think that the boss is gonna go and call you like that. So Loki must be extremely strong. That's gonna give a lot of game. I think it's very interesting. It's very interesting. So we will see what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen with that? Okay. Second thing, the Terribitos can be made, as I said. So this is a business. So if it is convenient for your business, the world government business in One Piece, we will invite other people and stronger people. So they will not be weakened, let's say, okay? While Gunko's attack is showing no mercy to Loki and everything is brutal attack, we see some sort of, maybe, I think in my opinion, seems like some sort of observation haki that he has, as well. It may be, at this point in the story, every single person that is being shown as a new character, they have crazy observation hackies, crazy armor and everything, yeah. But the important thing here is, it can be that he is super crazy in that aspect, or it can be as well that Gunko's power, the arrow fruit, is like video gaming, like gaming type of power, and these arrows in white are kind of doing a preview of where the attack is gonna be. Where you are when sometimes you are learning how to play a video game, you have these kind of guides that show you, you know, your ball, when you throw your ball, is gonna be going this way. This may be something similar. I think it can be both. That Gunko's ability works like that. First, she's pointing the arrow, meaning my kick is gonna go this way and my punch is gonna go this way, and at the same time Loki is able to see. It's like, oh my god. I don't think Oda will draw a new character like Loki, such a strong, powerful character, without haki nowadays. You can't, because you can't fit it in the story. And more knowing that he killed like 100 people, plus the father, plus everyone there, and knocked out Jarul and everything. So he must have a very strong haki, even Conqueror's haki, I would say there, okay? So I have to say something very important, okay? That this arrow power, I think, is a diversion. Oda made her like this, so we think she's the one who killed Cobra. In fact, I have seen a lot of people already saying, oh my god, she killed Cobra then, she was there in the room. No, absolutely not. I don't like that. I don't want that to happen. I think Imu was alone. I think Imu is the devil. And Oda, by doing this, he's trying to trick us into thinking something else. Diversion, okay? Because it was too obvious in that scene that Imu was the devil, Satan. Check this out, and I talk about Imu a little bit, and the power of cloning as well, and things like this. So check that video, and you will see if you are thinking similar like me, or we are going into a completely different realm. Okay, so there is a lot of pounding from Gunko's part. We see the animals there are Loki's friends. Even if in the story we have seen, and the giants, because the giants are scared of Loki, Loki is a misfit. the giants are saying, oh my god, Loki was exiled there, and then, you know, he took all the animals there and he beat them up, and then the animals were, you know, afraid of him, and then he killed some of them. And no, this is like Luffy training. He befriended the animals by fighting, brothers in arms by fighting. And what is happening here, that they are nakama. They are nakama. And you know, we see Gunko trying to blackmail him into becoming a God's Knight by, you know, pounding as well the animals, attacking the animals, you know, killing the animals, and he is friends with them, but at the same time he is, let's say, strongly minded. He has a strong mind, so he says, whatever, you want to kill them. I will pray for them. I will be happy for them, because they serve the purpose of not allowing you to do your evil. Okay, so all of this discourse, all of these actions that he's doing by saying these things, by acting like that, he's implying that he will not yield to the world government, that he is good, let's say good. I know there is no black and white, good and evil, and that's it. There are middle points as well. But and Loki may be a little bit of a, you know, bad guy as well. But in this sense, we know 100% that the Rubitos are bad, are scum. So I think Loki is going to be on our side. That's something I think I have quite clear in my mind. Okay, so the whole story with the father, I tell you here, with the father asking him, I think something with the father asking him to kill him, because whatever reason with the horns, whatever reason with the pure blood, whatever reason with the giants and the bloodlines and everything. So some sort of a Snape in Harry Potter thing with Dumbledore. Loki reminds me to Zorro a lot. When we meet him tied up to the post, the attitude, the arrogance, the powerful presentation, and Zorro ended up being good. So I think there is more to Loki, and he's gonna be friends with Luffy. And then we reach to our today's drawing. We see the mystery man, Shonks, as we say. I will always call you Shonks. It doesn't matter what name is Oda gonna give you. The evil twin, the other Shanks, Figarland, Shamrock. We are doing today Shamrock. I don't like it. I don't like the name. So this can be a totally random thing, or this can be actually something very well thought. Shamrock in itself is the meaning of, you know, when you have one of these Irish symbol type of treble type of thing with the for the good luck, okay, for the good luck. So Shamrock represents these leaves, okay. So this guy needs to have, in my opinion, just by the name and by checking the name, what is the meaning of the name, some sort of good luck. Whatever he does is gonna be done, okay. So if he's not able to achieve Loki here now, something will happen that will end up playing in his favor to gain something better even than Loki. That's my opinion, because all of this playing with the concept of the in Irish as well stories, with the Loki concept of the treble and everything, okay. So I think it's very very important. It can be a funny thing as well that, you know, we have the name starting by Shamrock and Shanks. We don't know if Roger named Shanks or he didn't name Shanks, because Shanks and Shamrock, very particular beginning, very similar name, and we don't know. There are a lot of theories that we have in the channel, we have seen online, many people talking about things like this, that who is Rock's son, if this one, Buggy is Rock's son, Shanks was Rock's son. I think there is a lot of importance there. I think there is a lot of information in One Piece from the God Valley incident that we still need to learn, okay? And Rocks is a paramount point in all of this. And Rock's flashback will come through, as I explained in my previous theories as well, it will come through Garp's memories with the podding fruit. The memo will take those memories to show us what happened in God Valley and how Shanks ended up in the treasure chest and everything, and where was this other guy, and why the chest disappeared, and what were the other fruits in the chest that I talk about it as well in some of my videos. And yeah, all of these characters, big names characters like Shanks, Shamrock, Garling, Rox, Roger, Garp, all of these are related. All of these are, you know, you have the enemies and the good guys, but most of them, Shanks, Shamrock, Garling, maybe related to Rox. I wouldn't surprise if now Rox happens to be a brother of Garling or a cousin of Garling or some things like this, because it is very Oda. It is very Oda like to do something like that. Okay, I think we almost have this part kind of done. As I said, for me these guys will always be Shonks for me. Okay, so design wise it's pretty similar to Garling. The box says son of Garling. Good. This sort of medieval knight. I said this before in one of my videos as well when we started Elbaf. Elbaf is Viking and medieval. Looking at the castle, the Vikings did not have these castles. So this guy wants to make them bend the knee, and they're introducing the medieval size, the medieval aspect with him, with the things that he's going to be related, go into the places like the castle. He goes first, he appears in the castle, in the medieval, like he's looking like a medieval knight. Okay, so Gunko is only Gunko, no surname. Funny thing, no? For a Tenryubito, no? Can she be someone who joined, like now Loki's being asked to join? Maybe, maybe not. I don't think that happens. The arrow fruit confirmed in the box. Okay, that's okay as well. We will see what else this can be, you know, giving us going forward. But well, we're expecting such a face reveal as well from the Evil Twin and everything. So cool. Oda has pleased the fan base because we are all the time talking about this thing. Okay. As well, I want to know your opinion. If you have read it already, or if you haven't read it, but you're gonna read it afterwards and everything, I want to know what you think about all of this. Please go read it, come back, and let's open conversation to see what is going on here. Okay, I'm gonna add in just a little bit of color here. And then, as you can see, there is not much color to be added to the character, but we will add a little bit, okay? We will add a little bit. I want to paint this black. And I'm going to go for the colors, I'm going to go old school, okay? We have our safety net, no? It's Akagami no Shanks, that in Japanese, that is Shanks, the red hair, okay? So we are actually gonna draw, not that orangey, obviously, this is just a first pass that we do, a little bit of first pass here, and then I have a very nice color that I normally use to, when I do my caricatures, to draw my hair as well and my beard, like this, okay? This is the color that I wanted, okay? And then as well, we are gonna be painting a little bit like we are painting Shanks, like making him same colors, I will say, okay? Like this, like that, and we will obviously invent a little bit some tones around him that we may guess, we may not guess, but I see a lot of probably white on him, like a godly knight. I see maybe a little bit of yellow and gold, so we are gonna add a little bit of gold. Probably I see gold here. In my opinion, I would put gold here. If I have to design, I would put gold here as well. Here. I would do the hilt here for the sword in gold as well. Probably this white to have the contrast with Shanks and everything. Okay, there is a tiny bit of dark here that we missed. To do like this. Okay. Very nice. Very nice like this. So, now the thing is, Now the thing is of this video, is he actually Garling's son, actual son, or is he like Shanks? Clones. Are we seeing clones here again? Didn't Garling replace Saturn, god of science, involved with Vegapunk, and all maths related, the science group maths related? Now he's god of science. Some sort of knowledge he needs to have. No, I guess he needs to have. Are we entering a saga where all god knights without surname, without family name, are clones from someone else? What are those gungo eyes at this gaming power? Looks more like a cyborg to me, like a Germa 66 experiment, no? Can it be that Garling has been doing his own experiments? Is Oda gonna dig deeper into science fiction realm? Wasn't Oda the guy with a full-size Terminator on his living room? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We know one of these things, that he's been always famous, not for being a fantasy fan, but more, obviously, but more for science fiction fan. What was a baby Shanks doing in God's Valley inside a chest? Did the mother put him there and try to save his son, or his modified son, that she already knew that she needed to take him away because the same things that Judge was doing, like Sora, Sanji's mother, did on the Germa flashback, that she took some medicine to stop this kind of crazy thing that the father was doing, Judge was doing to the sons, to the unborn sons. Is this her, the mother, Shanks' mother, trying to stop the husband playing God to create the gods' knights? It can be. Funnily enough, there is SBS, okay, from some time ago. And this SBS, someone asked Oda, "Hey Oda, how old is Shanks?" And he says, "Oh, you know, I can tell you how old she was when we meet Luffy. When he met Luffy." He says he was, I think he said 27 at that point. And then you calculate, okay, so with the years, blah, 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 he may be around 37, 40, something like that, okay? And why he would say this? Why he would say that? Can't Oda tell if he's a clone or he's not a clone? He wants to keep it a secret still. He wants to give more secretism about this. I understand it. If he's a clone, if Shanks is a clone, and this guy, Figarland, Shamrock, my Shonks, is a clone, they grow at a different rate, different range, okay? Like we have seen with the PX Seraphins, the clones in Germa 66 as well, the same. A few years in the incubators and they are fully grown. We need to draw, judge here in the channel. We need to examine the Germa 66 cloning experiments, I think. Feel free as well to say in the comments, what do you want to do? What do you want to see? If you want to go more deep into that realm, I would love to do it. We replace the Shichibukai with clones, with the Seraphins. We see all the Germa saga. We see all the Vegapunk saga with the clones. We see all the Kuma PX clones with this kind of police force. All of them weapons for the world government. Why stop there? Why wouldn't do God Knights? Why wouldn't position Jonkos as well as your people? Why not create other soldiers like these guys doing this kind of thing? Obviously. I don't know what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna prepare myself for a Viking medieval science fiction, possibly, storyline going on through Elbaf. Or, if it is not through Elbaf, at least through this guy's story and Shanks' story. Shanks has been presented, he's been introduced as a Shanks, the protector of Elbaf as well. Elbaf is his territory, Worldland is his territory as well, blah blah blah. So why not going more into that and having the Viking brother is Shanks in this saga, the medieval brother is Shamrock in this saga, and the thing that is going to connect them is the science fiction topic in this saga. Okay, we have been prepared after medieval Wano, feudal Wano, okay, from the same time that it's samurais, we have gone into a crazy jump in time, in real time, to go to futuristic saga, that is Vegapunk saga in Egghead. Oda is introducing us to Vegapunk, to Judge, to Caesar Clown, to all of these guys, heading into again another previous medieval saga as well, that is Viking saga and Norse mythology. So I think it is pretty interesting and pretty obvious to me to see that we are going to be heading towards that way. So I would love to know what do you think. What do you think? Please, let's open discussion. This is one of those topics that I will say it's going to be a young theory in the channel. We are starting by kind of presenting some facts here with this guy, with the science fiction, with the medieval, with the attacks, with the God Valley incident. Some facts are there, and now we need to theorize, propose ideas. We need to kind of fanfic a little bit, because in all the theories are a little bit of fanfic. We try to create our own interpretation of the stories. So I invite you to read the episode, reread the episode, and read a little bit about Shanks. Come back here and write some comments. Let's open discussion. Let's talk about it. I can't wait to see what else is going to happen, and it makes me very excited to see all these things going on with the Figarland family. Is a topic that I wanted to know more for a very long time, and many people out there as well are in the same situation like me, that we want to see what's gonna happen with these guys. I think we have done a pretty thorough analysis of 1137. Thank you very much if you stayed for the whole length of the video. This helps the channel. Please, if you subscribe as well, that helps the channel as well. I am almost in 100 subscribers. Thank you very much, everyone that is watching the videos all the time or every now and then. Thank you for your support and being there. I appreciate it a lot. It's nice to see. I do this mainly for myself, just to spend some time with myself and doing things that I like, drawing, theorizing about One Piece, and doing more drawings. And I appreciate if you guys are there watching the videos, and yeah, it feels good, it feels nice, and yeah. So I invite you to comment, like, subscribe, and all these things that you see when we are doing these YouTube channel things, and yeah, and open theories as well. If you have any kind of character that you want to see, drop it in the comment section. If you have any kind of other theory that we have discussed in the channel, but you want to talk about it here in this video, just drop it here as well, and let's talk about it. I don't have any problem with that. I enjoy a lot the conversation. Most of the videos have a little bit of talk with some of you, and it is nice. It is nice for me. I like it. I enjoy it a lot. And yeah, thanks to the people that is as well sharing in other platforms as well, because some of the views go up, and that is nice as well. I've been introducing new things in the channel after the Inktober videos, and like the Harry Potter, I pinked there before on the top. Check them out as well, even if you haven't read if you haven't read Harry Potter, or if you are not into Harry Potter yet. It's very nice as well. I love it. I recommend it. If you like One Piece, probably you like Harry Potter as well, like me, and you like as well maybe Lord of the Rings as well. Some of these things are going to be coming to the channel, just to let you know. And the sketchbook tours, I have plenty, so feel free as well to have a look to them, because I have a compilation of One Piece characters and other challenges, other drawing challenges I have around. I think we went through 1137 very nicely today. Let's just define here 1 second. I think we done it very nice. The drawing, I'm very happy with the drawing. The full design is looking epic in my opinion. I can't wait to see the color scheme of Shamrock or Shonks. And yeah, I wanna know your opinion. I wanna know your take in the episode. I wanna not only know about Shamrock, I wanna know about everything that you are seeing in the channel, everything about the cloning that we are talking and everything, and what is your opinion about where is this storyline going, because it is thick, it is a lot of story and I love it, I love it. One of my favorite things ever, by reading One Piece, by reading and watching Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings and any other story, Narnia and you know, Lord Olympus, Tales of Alectrion, my favorite thing is the world building, the things that are happening underneath the story. Not only, oh, this cool character, but who is this guy, from where is he coming, what is he doing, why is he behaving like this, does he have family, doesn't he have family, all of these things, all of this is storytelling. I may do some videos as well, so you understand and you know what is storytelling, what is specific parts of animation, of drawing, or how to draw characters as well. So if you want, you can draw with me more. I know some of you are watching the videos and drawing because you told me in private message. That's nice, that's very cool. I invite you to do it more. And but if I do some kind of exercises like this as well, you may know and learn more things, and that is good, that is good. If by doing some of these videos you are able to take a pencil and do a little bit of your own things, or take a book and read a story, or take a comic and read a comic, or watch a movie that we recommend here in the channel, that's cool. That's cool, and I think it's very nice. So yeah, we finished for today. I'm gonna be signing here on the side. This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, you can say it as you want, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope you enjoyed the drawing and the theory. Please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and I see you in the next episode. Thank you very much. Bye.